Okay. I think it worked. I don't know what works at all. Um, this is the first time I'm getting to stream on Twitch and YouTube, so this will be definitely funny for me, at least. The only thing I'm hoping for, is that I can at least like understand. Yep. Okay. We're good. We're alive. We're peachy. We're peachy clean. We're peachy keen. Peachy peachy keen. Now, how much do you want to bet that I am probably just going to completely not know how to operate this machine? So, yeah. All right. There's one thing I wanted to add. So, today, for everybody who's joining us, I wanted to work on an image that I found on Pinterest today. I'm kind of copying a friend of mine, I Cryptic on YouTube and Twitch. I was going to record myself. I was going to record myself today, to do like my Let's Play series that I wanted to start, but I was like, no, let's try something else. Anyway, I hope you guys can see that. That is sort of the inspiration we're working with. I'm gonna put it in the corner here. Let's sit in the corner. I wanted to build something that's more like a small town role design for it. And I literally will have to look at I don't even know if like I can look at both my phone and my Twitch chat, because oh yeah, now I gotta also look at Studio. Can I look at it through? I'm live streaming right now on YouTube. Okay, so I can't see that. I won't be able to see that at all. So I'm apologizing to everybody who's not gonna probably see any of this. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone now. Nope, because of course I literally forgot to save it on my phone. I got it from... I literally just had it. Let's pull it up. It's not that far. I'm betting it's not that far. 20 minutes later. Yeah, nope, it's gone forever. You can't just have it up. Okay. Okay, let's look at the black palette that I have by actually looking at my Twitch. Alright, so we're gonna be working with Pale Oak. I feel like that's a given. And let's Pale Oak Wood. That's a better one. Pale Oak Wood, and I don't think we're gonna need it's hard to use a Pale Oak door, but we'll give it a try. And then glass. Now let's worry about that. Let's first get the like a get down what I want to do. Okay, so it's like more on a slant, but we're gonna work flat first, and maybe we'll raise it up. But there are two entrances. One that's not necessarily a main entrance, but it is a side entrance. Would a mangrove door work well? Actually, it would absolutely work well for our project. Yeah, it's a tall door, so I don't know if I can use... I need something. Why don't we use... that's not it. the sounds in my head are. Looks a lot darker. It should be about the same height as the door that I have to place in, the shop door. Which is also a pretty tall door, because usually you want like a lot of headroom as you're walking in. Yeah, bit of headroom. I don't think that's too terrible. Is terrible. Just really want like a square. Now let's start with like an actual gray. Good. Let's use our gradient helper for this. Alright, let's try that. Oh. Is there nothing that can be darker? Like a little bit darker that I don't. Wait, hold on. Salt. Salt might work. Let's just move this over here. Okay, let's look at our reference again. So, pretty equal distance. But I don't know if I should make it like thick. I feel like the windows are at least like 3 blocks wide. And then they kind of come in a little bit to the 2x2 door. They come back out. And then boom. That's the edge right there. So let's figure. So I feel like it's kind of more pushed in, so I'm gonna use actually some pillow stairs, and then we'll just place it like that. That way, I feel like I think if I do that, it will look. Probably not, but we'll see later. I think that's right now. I don't like the time set. Noon. Try to set the time so it was less bright, but I think that's about as best we can do. Let's grab some. No. I will say, I think this is too dark, but I think we need to give it a second. Man. I mean, it's... Because this can be 2 blocks tall? It's about half the size of a 3x3 window. The window itself is pretty tall too. Maybe I should move this up. Let's see what that looks like. It looks more like a wider pane than tall pane, and then this looks better by comparison. But it does make it so this is kind of shorter. Maybe I can use uh, hmm, I'm thinking of it too broad. I will say though, if I'm thinking of it too white. Let's look at some white and see what I get. It's more of a yellowish white. And then let's see what I can do with that instead. I don't want it to make it look too... I mean, I guess I'm gonna just use the blocks, the wood blocks. But how can I make it so it doesn't feel... Ooh, maybe if I used... where are they going? I hate that the pale oak shelves are like in the functional section. Like, I get it that they're supposed to be in a functional section. But it looks like too close to it. Oh, but I can probably use this. And it looks like it's less popping out. And then we can just do boop, boop. But it's doing the same here. I think it's good if we bring this down and then make this just the way it is. And then we could do the same trick again, where we place the one on top, but it doesn't really have an indent. It doesn't really have an indent for itself, except on the outside a little bit, like on the trim. I tell you what, I do think... You know what I'm doing? I'm making this way too hard on myself. It's way too big. It doesn't need to be this big. I think this is fine. I think the door we had was fine. Door we had was fine. Maybe let's try a mangrove trapdoor. It can add like kind of like a little window on the top. Sometimes I wish Minecraft added like trapdoors that were both like had a window and then didn't have a window. I keep forgetting where. I just wish they had like an option for either or. Like, I feel like it would be a lot better if Minecraft itself had a window. A windowed version of a trapdoor and a like locked version of a trapdoor. Like, if a spruce had a window trapdoor, I would love it. And then keep the old, like the original trapdoor, what it is right now, would be 10 times better. Okay, that feels better. That feels a lot better for our case. And I just broke it. And I can't put it back. Okay, looking at our reference. Boom. Boom. And then we just keep going up with it. Boom. So now I think another thing we have to do is the fact that hard to see. I can't believe I had to get rid of the image I originally had for it. But I'm pretty sure it'll be like the same as the top. So if I need to change this, it's not a big deal. But I feel like one thing we do need to keep in mind is not making it too large. And I'm about to do it again. I promise I'm not, though. I am not going to make it too large again. I am making it too large again. What if I make it a row? No, it's not gonna work that way. I mean, no, but that's just gonna look flat on the front. I do this, it's like push back. Push back a little bit. And then there's windows on the top. I think though, if I just make it stairs, it'll just make it more like it's popping out. This is where this is where I'm getting kind of tricked up about it. You know what? Cryptic did. So Cryptic, and I don't know how he figured out. I should have asked him. Cryptic is here, looming in the background. Would greatly love his input. He did a double view. Where he was able to make it look like the windowsills themselves like had like what's the inside panes. There's, and I think what I want to do with this try a regular pane instead of Is it bad if I do like, would tinted glass be too much? Well, that would just make it bulge out. But if I did it behind, kind of like how you can't see it from a distance. That way it looks kind of invisible. And then at the bottom, actually, I think then we can just make that. And then the idea could be a slab version. So let's get some polished deep slate and maybe some tough stairs. Is that too ridiculous? Like, I don't want to lose the window kind of like how the window looks, but I also just don't want to. I don't want to like make it 2 blocks tall because then it's the same as the top. Because I don't know. I'm trying to look at the reference. I mean, I could probably do a similar trick. Because they kind of have to go up. It makes the window way too short. I think I had the idea with... making the I can't remember. Yeah, oh dang it. It's what if I use trapdoors instead? Now wait a second, before you think I'm crazy. It's not even on the right scale. But we can do maybe let's get our door in first. They have a white door, which unfortunately for my color choice, it means I would have to use the pale oak door, which is literally just a barn door. It doesn't really scream department store at all. What can I use? Should I change the color of like the birch door? Wouldn't fit either. I mean, it could. It just wouldn't be an actual window, but it looked better than the. It would look at least a little bit better than the barn door. I mean, we can try it. We can try it. It's not a guarantee that'll look good, but what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is do that. And then we'll slap back. Bring the slab back. This needs to be moved to the right. You don't. You can come over here, but you need to also just extend yourself this way. Those windows also extend upwards. What if we use then slabs and make a fake window? Grab these stairs again. Let's make it like an arched door. Nope, that literally blocks everything else. Slabs, so they're lower. If I just made it tinted glass, would that work? I mean, obviously, it would. No, it doesn't work because you can see the edges of it. You can see the edges of it. It's not really anymore. I think this is fine. I think this is not bad. All right. And then we can do the same thing. Wait, why didn't I just do that? What if I did this? think this is good because it kind of makes it less pop out. Yeah, it's kind of working for me. Is there anybody who's wanting to disagree? Nope. Well, you can't really not argue with somebody who's in the right when there's no one to argue. Wow. Let's keep going with this. Round. Wait, what if I just did, yeah, this? There we go. And then maybe we can use the oak shells. That was weird. No, because that pops it out a lot. But I think we could use it. I don't know. I feel like I want to bring up the ground a little bit for this. If I was coming around the street, it'd be this. Do you think I could probably shorten it? I mean, yeah, I think shorten it would be good. And I fudged something up. Yeah, let's figure out what I just broke. Let's try. I just got rid of that. Oop. I think that's fine. I think that works. Okay. Not terrible. Just shortens like what we can put, what we can think about. Think of window shopping. And I'll just bring these out here. Copy this side. Same. I think then we can use, because they kind of have a little bit of a lip. Could use it for like this side and then bring it up with that, but I feel like that pops it out a little too much. So I think this would be good, and then we can use the trapdoors as our little. Let's try fence gates first. Not bad. Would putting, I don't know, would putting slabs on it work? Make it better? Stack them. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, now let's keep going up. I think actually this would be good to add, not like that, this, and make it look like it's extending itself upward. I like the little arch it has. Oh, and that's perfect because we can just give ourselves a little lip for that window. Worked out. Now we just need to get this bluish gray color. Let's see if I can use this tool to be a little bit help. And I immediately close it. It's like a lighter. We're not using any of that. We're not using netherite. Gray concrete, some gray wool. This totally is gonna work in my favor. It's not really like dirty, but it is like more panel, like more wood paneling. So I don't know. Oh, actually, polished deep slate might be the best one for this. I think if we do that and then maybe sprinkle in lighter colors. Let's figure out first where our windowsill is. So for a windowsill, our windows sit like about here. They don't go fully over this block. So kind of like separated. And it does. So I think maybe 3 windows might be good. And we just got to make them tall. And you know what? I feel like now that I'm looking, I took a step back. And I think we need to push it down. That's better. And we could. I mean, this will make it easier if we make it in the middle so we can have something go in between our windows. Let's get some trapdoors. How can we? Same thing. No, I don't think it's gonna work. We can probably use fences. Fences might work. Actually, fences should work. Oh, hello. This is the one thing I do not like about Axiom is if you have that setting turned on, it's going to just mess up with your when you're trying to like work with blocks and then it switches states. I mean, it's not really. I think that's not bad, and it's supposed to be taller than the windows by just a hair. I honestly think would if we just did this and then windowsill, windowsill. Windowsill, windowsill. We make the lip of the apartment, like the lip of the window itself. I think that might work better. Might work better. And then it kind of wants to jut out a little bit. Maybe something like that. Kind of. I think maybe if we did this, like maybe curve it. Let's build more of the wall. Removing that, I think, could help me in this situation. I think also, I think we can clone this over there and do that with this window. And stuff ready. Then but it's not jutting out in the same way. Like this is more jutting out than this part. That's not doing as much for me. No. I think we should also find like another lighter color. Got this all the way down here. We got this being our middle. No, you know what? We're kind of... I think we're just confusing them. No, I think Deep Slate should be our lighter color. Not the gray. What was it? Gray concrete? I don't know why I was being this foolish with it. And then let's replace this back with regular. Replace it with regular. Same. See, that feels better. No, not necessarily. Now we got to figure out how to make this feel like it's going out. Could just do. Let's treat deep slate tile as our lighter block. Let's make it dribble. I don't think it needs to be too quick of a transition. Oh, that's kind of. Oh, that's kind of making it pop in my head. In my head, at least, it's making it pop. Let's finish. Let's get like a row up top, and we can worry about the sign up front in a second. I think. I think the sign itself, we got like block and a half. Yeah, that's like one whole block. And then 2 blocks plus the top one. Then we get to like the trim. Let's worry about. That. I think we should also make sure we place something to kind of show, hey, there is a sign that's supposed to be here. Let's. And we can put underneath. I think if something was here, maybe. Like this. A bit. Yeah, I think that's good. And let's see what I can do with the sign up top. It seems more like bold. We're done. Bold. Is it going like over? I'd say it is. And then let's pretend. By the middle, it kind of gets a little bit bigger. Cool. Then, I think we should try to do some color for these blocks right here. In the middle. It's more of like a cyan, not cyan, it's like a light blue. This is kind of perfect. Not bad color. This might pop out more. Let's see. Let's see if Color Picker actually can help us a little bit. Okay, thanks. There's not a lot. I think light blue terracotta might be our winner. And then we need something that's like white, that's more yellowish white or something. Way more of like a yellowish white. Mushroom stem. That might work. I mean, it's giving better. I don't know if it will really hold like any sign or anything like that, but I think that is pretty close. Well, hold on. You know what? I just noticed that it is kind of higher. At least inches. No, what am I saying? No, I know what I'm saying. Nope, I forgot what I was saying. I don't think I can use like any of the sign, like the big sign writer to make it better writing on the top. So we'll just keep it for now. Well, I don't know if anybody can really. I don't think really anybody's able to answer. The only one here. I am streaming this a bit late, but this would be a great idea for my town that I want to build. Okay, I think now this goes more near top past this, but it is still very much like before. Let's get those fence gates. And I am not going to click them one by one. We're just going to spread them this way. Boom. And we kind of have a little whoopsie. We do the whoopsie doodle. We need something first. Let's look at. Grab some slabs down here, and then use these. Stack. Cross. That looks good. Now we need to figure out the top part. Roofs on like Midwest buildings or just old town style how like buildings are really really weird. You know what I'm saying? Like if you guys have ever seen, if anybody's ever seen like, oh, deep slate tile, that is quite literally what I was looking for. Right there. Okay, now we just got to figure out how can I make it. It like pops up way more. So maybe let's bring back the stair and the fence. But push it back maybe. Or maybe it might be good to do just a pale oak shelf. Cool. It's I feel like we can do a little bit better. Let's make it a stair. Let's look for the stairs. Come on. There we go. Go. Let's grab some trapdoors because maybe this can be our little flare up. I'm gonna put the trapdoor on one side and the trapdoor definitely is more noticeable. All right, I think that's a good storefront. Now we gotta push that storefront to the other side, to all four sides. Which isn't that hard. We just need to see. We just need to see how these kind of stores like run very long. I was gonna see if skates might work better. No, they don't. They don't. I don't think it's bad up top. I think this just needs to be flatter. Flatter. So let's use trapdoors. Trapdoors instead. I think it would be fine if we leave like the oak shelf down here. I feel like there's still not a lot of separation between. That like makes it so small. It doesn't really attach to anything, so it looks kind of silly. How can I make it so? Because I want it to split. I want to have that dual window. Maybe I should like have a separate window and then ooh. That just makes it look more like a curved window rather than, unless I do that, but that just doesn't really push the perspective, does it? Unless I do this. And then just simply move these two doors back. Shouldn't have moved. I think that's fine. I think it's fine the way it is. That doesn't give us a split, does it? I mean, that does. That gives us a split. And honestly, you can just keep the wood there and then bring those out to make it flatter. We don't need to be so thick about it. Don't need to be so thick-skulled. Yeah, there we go. I think that's it. That's definitely it. I think we also gonna put the building down just a tad bit. Make sure we get all the pieces of the building. All right. Alrighty. And then we need to start building in our siding. Let's just build. We don't need to use the non-polished, the gray concrete as much. We're just gonna sprinkle this basically the entire way through. And we'll just stack this. Top. Pull it across. Do some light touch-ups. Beautifying a little bit. Alright, and then we'll just do the same to the other side. By cloning you. The only problem I'm now seeing now is the fact that it doesn't give us a lot of room to change the walls, does it? Doesn't really give us a lot of room. I'm sure we can figure something out. First off, let's divide the building into separate floors. I think obviously we want the bottom is going to be the department store, and then the top is going to be the apartment or whatever lives up there. I always wonder like what it's like to live above those kinds of general stores, saloon type buildings, but I think it'd be. You ever weirdly want to live above a cute little business? I think it's like both a nightmare and pretty fun, I'd say. Maybe I want to add a little bit of jungle plates. Now here we run into the issue of, well, made the front good. Now we got to build something within the front. Let's work on the shop first. Shop is always good. Wood. And then let's this. Honestly, I don't know if it needs to be this long anyways. No, I think it'd probably be better if it's like broken up a little bit. Work if I mean I should probably look for a wall. Because I mean polished deep slate. Not bad, but I want more like a rustic kind of look for. Also need to cover up the blemishes of the other side. Just like we had to do in the front. Man, I kind of just like dug myself deeper into a hole. Because now I can't really do much. I have to either make it blend with the wall. And then this is why most people like do too thick walls, but I made this super thin. I mean, I could probably just pop it up again. Let's see what that looks like. Snap that. Let's do the other side just for science purposes. For scientific study. It looks too thick. It looks too thick. I think it's fine on the inside. I think I'll be fine on the inside. I think once I get something placed down, we'll be fine. But I think it might be good to do oak, maybe dark oak. Because it's gonna crack some. Yeah, we can use a lot of barrels. I think we can make it look like really worn out, especially if we use signs. We use some of the spruce signs. Let's get a wood bark, whatever it's called. The all signs version. I need to place this. Yeah, I think that's a way to do it. Though I do think it might need to be more oak. Let's see what we can get through. Then we'll judge. Then we'll listen and judge. I always like a nice counter, like that's away from the customer. You're kind of watching the door. And then I think it'd be just less distracting if we put more up there. But I think more importantly, if we come up with a third floor, I think here we can use something like oak. Maybe oak stairs instead of oak planks. Well, it's a saloon. Saloons also like worked as inns back then. So maybe it'd be a good idea to make them into separate rooms. I'm the only one viewing myself here, and I'm the only one viewing myself in YouTube. It's kind of late. I gotta get up early tomorrow. That's kind of right. This is not bad. I think more or less I need to think more. This was more just a test to see how I can stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, which it seems like, given what I know now, need a little bit more. But I think that's pretty good. I think that's really good. Gotta take a picture of this. Especially on my YouTube. All right. Whoever's still watching, if there's anybody watching at all, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night. Good. Bye.